Yo, what it do? It's Huncho Trades. I know I haven't posted in a bit, but I feel like I had to make this video because in the Discord I've been getting a lot of people telling me they're blowing accounts after getting them like 3 days before prior, and how they're like, oh, I'm like $200 away from passing eval, and then they blow the account the next day, and we just can't be having that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's unacceptable. So I'm gonna be making a YouTube video about risk management and how to properly use risk management, because a lot of people, I think they just skip past that, and that's like what essentially keeps your account alive. Because with bad risk management, you're gonna blow it quick. You're gonna be losing like weeks worth of progress pretty fast, and you don't want that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, if you're losing trades, it's probably not even your strategy most of the time. It's honestly just mostly risk management. And you could have the best entries in the world, but if your risk management is trash, you're going to blow your account like every single time. So in this video, I'm going to try my best to break down risk management in the most simple way possible, and this is the best concepts and the best examples and explaining the best ways to like improve your risk management. So like a simple way to apply risk management to trades is if you were to catch a trade like for a reversal, like top tick, bottom ticking, that's when you risk the least amount. Well, you're risking the least amount, but you're also sizing up the most. Like if you were, for example, to catch this short or whatever up here, you would want to risk the least, but you would want to size up heavy for like this right here. So you're trying to catch a reversal. Let's say you enter at this break of structure. You just want to target the highs, and that's like very low risk. But when you have a very tight stop loss like that, you can risk a lot, like maybe 2 or 3 times more than you would risk for a 1-to-1 trade if you were trying to catch a continuation trade like this. Because for a continuation trade, you know it's most likely going to pull back, because obviously higher highs, lower lows, and whatnot. But if you were catching a reversal, you're trying to catch it at the pivot, and you obviously, if you're catching it at the pivot and it goes above like the most recent high, if you're trying to catch a short reversal, then the reversal is like out of the picture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a very tight stop loss. You can size up heavy. Very loose stop loss, then obviously you size up less. So essentially it's how much you're willing to lose per trade. Not your entries, not really your indicators, just how much you lose when your trade does not play out in your way. Because the truth is you're going to be wrong a lot. Like, trading, you're never going to be 100%, so it's like you should have like a reasonable amount to risk. And a lot of people be telling me like, oh, I closed out my trade because it was going to my stop loss. I closed out my trade early before it hit my stop loss. Well, like that kind of, if you're not like willing, like if you're not okay with your stop loss getting hit, then you're risking too much. You know what I'm saying? Like if the trade doesn't play out and you're like not, and you close it out early because it's going to hit your stop loss, that means you're just risking too much. You're going to lose too much on that trade. Like, you're not comfortable with that, and that's okay. You can, like, everybody has their own comfortability with how much they size. Everybody's a different trader. It just comes down to like preference to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? So only the best traders, like, they only win 50 to 60% of the time, and that's a lot. Like, that's pretty high, even at that. So if you don't control your losses, your wins won't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Because with bad risk management, you lose a trade that you didn't manage right, and then you lose like three profitable days worth of profits. You know what I'm saying? And most beginners do this because they don't know, like, trading is more than just, like, it comes down more to discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like, trading isn't just buying, entering, selling, whatever, profit, make money, LARP. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole skill behind it. That's why trading is really hard, because there's a big outcome to it. There's a lot of outcome to the work you put in. So people just start to risk random amounts and start to over leverage because they look at the TP more than they look at the stop loss. And when they lose, they revenge trade to make it all back. And then one bad trade turns into 2 bad trades, and 3, then 4, then boom, your account's gone. One of my good friends in the Discord, his name's Chris. He was about to pass eval. He was 200 away from passing eval, and he was in the trade. He was up 500, right? And his stop loss was break even. His trade went break even, so he still needed 200 to pass eval. He tried to make it back, lost. He tried to make it back, lost again. Kept oversizing, and then blew the account the same day, which is like, ugh. Honestly, I might even cut that out. Like, I feel like I'm putting him on blast right there, but you know, sometimes you got to make somebody the example. But and like, one of the main golden rules for risk management that I've learned is only risk 1 or 2% of the account. So if you have $1,000, for example, risk 1%, which is $10 per trade. Most people buy 50K evals. Let me do the math on that. Honestly, maybe I'm pretty slow, but 1% of 50K. 1% of 50K is 500. So, and that's low-key still pretty heavy. So I would honestly say between 1 to 2% is good. So maybe round up like 300 to 500 per stop loss on a 50K. And that's if it was like a 1-to-1. If it was a tighter stop loss, you could probably go heavier. Or actually, to be honest, don't even take my advice. I low-key think 500 is pretty heavy. Like, I only risk like 350 to 400. And that means no matter what happens, you can't lose more than that on a single trade. And that matters because it keeps you in the game. Trading is not about winning fast. It's about surviving like long enough to see your improvement, stacking up the profits little by little till you build that buffer on that express account, till you get that first payout, till you get that second payout, third payout, fourth payout, fifth payout, and then you get moved up to live. Like, that's all it's about. You can't rush it. If you rush it, that's how you blow accounts fast. And a lot of people, they tend to, when they start to rush it, that's when they over leverage, and then that's when you start blowing the accounts. So now let's talk more about like risk to reward. This is where most people level up. If you risk $10, you should aim to at least make 20, so double. If your stop loss is at 500, you should at least be shooting for 1,000. That's a 1 to 2 risk to reward. And why is like that 1 to 2 risk to reward, like why is that like logical? Why should I aim for double what my stop loss is? And that's because if you lose half your trades, you're still profitable. If you win 5 trades in a row, risking $10 to make 20, that's $100. You lose 5, you lose 50 out of the 100, so you're still up. You know what I'm saying? So like, kind of like, you know, like think about that math. So you don't need to be right all the time. You just need to manage your risk on your trades better, so your losses are way smaller than your wins. And like I was saying about targeting pivots and risk, how much you should risk on certain types of trades, like your positioning sizing. This is how you actually apply risk management before you enter a trade. Like, you should probably ask yourself, where's my stop loss going to be? Then you calculate your loss, your position size based on that, and like apply that 1 to 2 risk to reward. Apply that 50. I lose 50 to make 100 type of mindset. Most people pick a random lot size and they move their stop loss after that, which is like, bro, have your stop loss before you even choose how many units you have. And that's like, people move their stop loss after they like pick their sizing, and that's backwards. Like, the best traders, they choose where their stop loss is gonna be And that's how you choose how much you're willing to risk and how much you're willing to lose. Then you build a trade around that. And a lot of common mistakes people do around that whole like concept idea is like they move their stop loss further away, risking more after a loss. Which is pretty much revenge trading. Going all in one trade, which is like pretty much like you know putting everything on green, damn near. You know, not even black, not even red, put everything on green. Like that's what you're doing. You don't want to do that. And some people in my Discord, like seriously, there's members there. There's members in my Discord that they still trade with no stop loss. Like, bro, if you're trading with no stop loss, like I think you might have skipped like I don't think like you even know like what trading is like no stop loss, like bro, hop your ass on stake. Like no stop loss is like diabolical. Like that's absolutely unacceptable. Like if you're using no stop loss, don't even tell people you're in my Discord and I'm teaching you how to trade. Like don't even like bro. So you should shift your mindset to start thinking like this. How much am I risking instead of how much am I making? Because trading, you're going to make the money after you learn the skill. Like you got to learn the skill first, and then that's when when you're confident in learning the skill, that's when profit and that's when like how much money you're going to make comes into play. Because once you control your losses, profits come themselves. Like it's just like a string attached to it. You know what I'm saying? So what I want you guys to do is this upcoming week, apply what I just taught you in this video. Apply, like, it's more of like a mindset type of thing. Obviously, there's some more to it, but like apply this mindset that how much am I going to risk instead of how much am I going to make? Because a lot of people, they look at the TP, they're like, oh, look, I'm going to make 2 bands. But the stop loss is like 1,500. You know what I'm saying? That's like a 1-to-1 on like a reversal trade or like not even a continuation trade, which is like not, you know what I'm saying? It's not really. And I've seen a lot of people trying to short all-time highs. Like if NQ has been at all-time highs this whole time, like the past 2 weeks, and there's people trying to short it, like bro, and they're risking a lot on like shorts. Like bro, you're not gonna catch the whole reversal. Like bro. All right. Honestly, I think I'm getting a little carried away now, but I think you guys get the idea. If you guys have any questions about this, you can either leave a comment. The Discord is free. Like you can text me on that, tag me, at me, whatever. I'm always active. I'm always willing to help people, as you know. Like I'm always willing to help anybody also. Like, you know, just hit me up. Everything's free. I don't charge anything. I just do it for the love of the game, to be honest, because I wish I had somebody like myself when I first started trading. I got people in the Discord getting payouts after their first month of trading, which is like mind-blowing. Like, it's crazy. Like, when I first started trading, it took me like 6 evals in like 7 months. 8 months maybe even to get like my first little $500 payout, and people are doing it in a month. Like there's people that are like catching on faster and faster than they're probably going to even surpass me, which is like, honestly, that's the whole goal. Like shit, if we got a whole bunch of masterminds in the Discord, we can bounce ideas off of each other, then that's honestly the whole plan. That's the final stage. But yeah, I would think I'm going to cut the video there. Quick little short video. I think it was like 15 minutes, something like that. I think OBS, 14 minutes on risk management. So deuces. Take care, boys.